And welcome to another edition of East L.A. Sports. And as we bring our production team out into the community, as we do so many occasions here, whether it's about doing games or talking about community members and projects, we are here again on a very, very special day. Today is February the 8th, 2020, but we're going to be speaking to Jorge Parrales. He's a community member here, born and raised in Boyle Heights, went to Roosevelt High School, East L.A. College, a basketball player himself, but now a graphic artist. And we're going to talk to him about this special tribute that he has created in honor, of course, of number 8 and number 24, the greatest Laker of all time, as many will say, Kobe Bryant. And of course, it's his daughter, Gianna, that's in the mural with him. We are at the corner of Warren Street and Cesar Chavez here as East LA begins from the outskirts of the city of Los Angeles. Stand by, don't go away. We're going to bring you our story in just a moment. And presenting to all of our viewers here along the EastLASportsScene.com network, it's Jorge Parrales. Jorge, good to see you, my friend.
Hey Rico, nice to see you again, man.
Thank you so much. And you are now in a very, very important moment in your career path because you've taken time from your regular duties to pay a very special homage and tribute to, of course, Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, and of course the parish as well.
Yes.
But let's talk about the thought, the process of how it struck you and what you were doing, and then the movement that you made and the steps you took to get this going.
Yes, so I heard the tragic news Sunday. I was at work. I got a call from my girlfriend crying. It was shocking, you know. I was at work. I was trying to create something for a client. Once I got the news, I know immediately I had to create something for Kobe. I had to pay I had to pay homage to, you know, the tragedy, all the people that were lost. So when I originally took the idea, I wanted to create something that was memorable, you know. We knew Kobe as a public figure. We knew him as the athlete. I think a lot of us knew him as just Kobe, the great Mamba mentality. We got to know Kobe as well because of social media. We saw him as a great father. You know, he was a great coach. He's a great mentor to everybody, you know. So once I put this together, I wanted to make sure that there was thought, there was something that could be memorable. Kobe was going to be, you know, how can I put it? It was just something I wanted to create, just to kind of create an impact, you know.
Yes.
So the composition was about Kobe the athlete as how we saw him. That's how, if you can see the image, Kobe is up front, and in the background is Kobe the father.
Yes.
You know, I did want to also pay tribute to the people that were lost in the tragic event. So we did put their names up there. We did put the girls, the little girls' basketball numbers as well. You know, so we wanted to make sure that everybody got remembered at this tragic event. So that's how the composition came about.
And sometimes, as they say, in the wake of a loss and to this scale, it affects so many people throughout the world. But here is the epicenter. Here is where Kobe played and performed for so many of our kids from Roosevelt, Garfield, you name it, all the schools that are in the area that looked up to him as a great player and a role model, of course, and then father figure. But nonetheless, this is going to be a memorial for as long as this building will be here. And in terms of securing the spot, Jorge, you had to talk to someone, or there was a referral made, correct? Talk a little bit about that.
Correct. So I live down the street. I know the store owner. I asked her if we could put something together in memory of Kobe. She was thrilled. She loved it. So once I showed her the design, I started the same day. You know, so she gave us the opportunity to put it here on a visible street. You know, a lot of people going towards downtown see this corner, so I thought it was only right to do it on this wall, on this business here. So
we want to give her credit as well, because we see on her commercial sign it's Liz's Beauty Salon.
Yeah. So Sue is a store owner. She owns the whole property, and it's Sue's Market. She's the one that gave us the okay.
Sue.
Yeah. So Sue's Market is the one that pretty much donated the wall to the community and to us to be able to produce this artwork here.
Okay, and now speaking about the task at hand, now you have your, as they say, your blueprint. You can go to your drafting table and you start sketching.
Correct.
And then it kicks in. You can't do it alone.
Yes. So in this project, I had two great artists involved. Sam, talented artist. He's the one that pretty much painted the portrait itself. We also have Robert, who is a fine letter artist. He's the one that created the letter for the people that perished in this accident. So yeah, I brought I had the right tools. I had the right
Okay.
tools. So,
Okay.
yeah, we brought in the team. Casual Living Murals. We came in and, we did what we did in 4 days. So we
Okay.
got it done, and it was a great turnout. It was a
Okay.
great turnout.
And again, the passion of the community of the
Yes.
city is just everywhere.
Yes.
And now we understand there's another project that you're
Correct.
doing or is under completion, almost
Yes.
completed.
Yeah. So we just finished this one as well. El Sereno, the city of El Sereno donated another wall, which is in a corner of Gambier and Eastern. So we did another graphic for Kobe in memorial.
Okay.
It's not a portrait; it is lettering, but it's based off this design here.
Okay.
So this is, like I said, we lost a part of LA that day. So
Yes.
that's what I wanted to pretty much show on this design. A lot of people know that a piece of LA left that day. And that's what I wanted to bring in with the design.
Okay.
Hmm.
And because you are accelerating at a very nice pace with your company,
Yes, sir.
let's talk a little bit about how that has, as you say, you were at work on that
Yes.
fateful day when it happened.
Yes.
So that means you put in extra hours for your business, and
Yes.
it seems to be now getting very, very recognized.
Yes.
Throughout not only social media but other places as well. Talk a little bit about how your business is coming along.
Yes. So a lot of work that we do is for LAUSD. We're our LAUSD vendor. We are contractors for the state of California, so we're allowed to work anywhere in California. We focus a lot on schools, but this opportunity came by. Like I said, we wanted to give back to the community. We wanted to beautify the community with a memorial piece to Kobe. So I thought it was only right that we did this, and the company right now it's growing. Thank God, thank God. Like I said, I've got a great team, great tools to use. So I think, like I said, I'm just truly blessed to be able to do what I do every day, day in and day out.
Okay.
I get to paint. I enjoy what I do. I love my job. I'm passionate, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows. Once they see our artwork, it shows. It
Okay.
shows.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the interview when we bring on your colleagues
Sure.
about where people can find some of your work that's visible, not only in East L.A. and Boyle
Right.
Heights, but beyond.
Correct.
But Jorge, there's, as I mentioned earlier, there's a growing movement of other muralists in the city.
Yes. Yes.
And at some point in time, we're going to see maybe 100.
Yeah.
Right now, could you give us a number that you know of where people can not only see yours but
Yeah.
other colleagues as well?
Right. So they just sent a link to me. I believe at the moment there's about 19 murals.
Okay.
I don't know exact locations of them. I know there's another 2 in Boyle Heights. The location is on Chavez and Chicago. Great piece. There's another one also on 4th and Euclid, which is another great piece.
Okay.
I believe is the same artist. So,
Okay.
I just love the fact that it brings unity with, like I said, with this tragic event. A lot of good things kind of came out of it. It's sad to say, but there's something positive about that. Like I said, it's unity. A lot of people. I think the earth stopped for 1 second at that time. Everybody know exactly what happened that day, and it's tragic. But yes, there's a lot of murals going on, and they're all great. They're super good. They're super good.
Now, might you see, because the date is pending on February 24th, in just another week or so, there's going to be the
Yeah.
full memorial at
Yeah.
Staples Center,
Goodbye.
and the final farewell to Kobe. But again, through efforts like yourself and other colleagues who are into the murals, the real life recollection of
Yes.
the person. I mean, you look at this mural, and as I was mentioning, I think Kobe's going to come off the court
Yeah.
and talk to either me or you or his coach or some of his players.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I wanted to create in this piece. Like I said, we knew Kobe, the athlete, the public figure. That's, I guess, how everybody knew him. We got to see him as a father as well. That meant a lot to everybody. Seeing the bond with GiGi, it hurts. It hurts. It just hurts to see someone go down that young. So that's what I wanted to incorporate in this design, where it's like you see Kobe, Mamba mentality, and you also see him as Kobe the father. That's what we wanted to bring in and wanted to capture that moment, and I think we did well.
And the title of the mural, as we can see here, is Lost Angels, of course, lost because they no longer will be with us.
Yes. So Los Angeles, it's everybody that went down on the plane crash. You know, Los Angeles lost a lot of people that day. You know, loved ones, sisters, brothers, daughters, sons, fathers. You know, so I just think the title was right for this piece. You know.
I'm going to swing over here, Jorge, but stay where you are because what we want to do here before we take a break, have Eric, our cameraman and our producer, get your comments and your thoughts of when you put the first stroke of the pen or the pencil, because we see the background, of course, and it's art, so it's up to the impression of the person, the way they want to take that. Did you settle on this in terms of a committee, or were you the one that decided, let's go with this image?
It was me, yes. I created the composition. It was well thought out. Like I said, I wanted to create a memorial piece. Like I said, it's we see Kobe as the athlete. I'll touch base again on that subject because that was important to us. You know, to L.A. That's how we remember Kobe, the great shooter, the Mamba mentality. But also, I wanted to capture the bond he had with GiGi. You know, as a father. So once I put that together, I knew this was the one. The title itself, you know, the composition works well. Um, I think that's what I wanted to create, and that's what came out, and I was absolutely thrilled with the final design that we created.
Yes. And of course, up on the far left, we see in the memoriam or in memory of.
Yes, correct. So we wanted to put also the girls that were lost in the tragedy. We wanted to include their basketball numbers as well. So that's what we have there. You have Gianna Bryant, number 2. You have Peyton Chester, number 14. And you have Alyssa Altabelli, number 5. So we wanted to make sure that they were also acknowledged, you know, that they were lost and they were also athletes. They were part of Los Angeles as well, you know.
Yes, yes. Well, that is the background of the concept, and now as concepts, they're like dreams. They can appear.
Yes.
All of a sudden, they become even more impactful on people's lives. And to touch off or to complete the mural, of course, Casual Living Murals, and of course, your colleagues. Talk a little bit about that part, Jorge.
Yeah, so like I said, the artists that were involved, it's Sam Hue. You could find him at Sam Hue on Instagram, social media platforms. You could also find Sam Cam Signs, lettering, and Sean Diaz Tattoo, who also helped with the background painting as well. So, like I said, I wanted to bring in the team, you know, that I have the guys that can produce, and like I said, it's all teamwork, and I'm happy that whoever was involved in this project came through and delivered, you know.
Okay. And I'll close it out here with, I'm not going to, this part of the interview, you're going to come back towards the end here because I'm going to interview your colleagues and your great friends, but just for our viewers who may want to know that mindset of you as a youngster coming up, because this is nothing new. I remember when you sketched a design for me.
Correct.
Way back in the day,
and
you produced it, and I marveled at it. And I said, Jorge, stay with this.
I remember
this
that.
is going to be. I still have it, by the way.
Awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful rendition of for my Latin American Basketball League, and you just hit it out of the park.
Thank you.
But it was so impressionable on me. I said, stay with this. You have a blessing. You have a gift from the Lord.
Thank you.
And it's so good to see that from your youth, through the Hollenbeck Youth Center, and all the time you spent there playing in my leagues, and then, of course, Roosevelt first, and your brothers Wilson and Marlon. It was a Parrales get together every time. So your folks also encourage you to stay with this gift that you have.
Yeah. So a big role, a big thank you. Honestly, it's to my mother. She stuck with me throughout this journey, and without her, I really couldn't do much. I had a lot of people helping me out through my journey. Like I said, my girlfriend encouraged me, my brother supported me, and at this time now I could say that I'm living the dream. You know, chasing my passion and being committed, doing the Mamba mentality, man. You know, Mamba mentality is just crushing every opportunity, to be honest.
Absolutely.
So. So that's where we're at right now, and I'm blessed to be able to do what I do every single day.
Okay, and your guardian angel is certainly hovering all over around you
Yes.
and guiding you on this path that you're going to be taking, not only those of us from East L.A., but beyond and also
Correct.
globally. Who knows? Because, as I mentioned, at some point in time, this may become a spot or stop
Yes, I
on
hope
the
so.
tour when people realize they want to see more of Kobe.
Yes.
And as they continue on in their lives, they're going to be able to come back and refresh the memory, so to speak, by looking at all the portraits and the tributes that are made. So you've got a lot more work ahead of you.
Yes, correct. We're thrilled. Like I said, wherever we can beautify communities, that's what we stand by, and that's what we're going to be doing for years to come.
And quickly, I'll get you on this segment, Jorge, where our viewers and new viewers can engage you or encounter you via social media or, just information-wise, things you'd like to let our folks know.
Yeah, so you could find us on Instagram. You could at Casual Living Murals, or you could visit the website as well, www.casuallivingmurals.com. You can see more of our work. We do a lot of stuff for the community. We do schools. Anywhere in the state of California, we're able to paint. So hopefully this is a new beginning to the community, to the company, and put it out there, We're still going to be building and hopefully create lots of artwork for a lot of people to enjoy.
Okay. Along the great legendary lines of Latino muralists, we know from Siqueiros to all the way to you and then beyond. There are more coming.
Yes.
But they'll need to be inspired.
Right.
As the saying goes, you have to see to believe and then do it yourself.
Right. So I would encourage anybody that's is a creative, if this is what you want to do for a living, just stick to it, keep pushing, you'll get there. And like I said, just keep going, you'll get there.
Okay, Jorge Parrales, we're going to bring your colleagues in now and then bring you back towards the outro.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome, brother.
All right. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and bring in the rest of the Casual Living muralists that helped out on creation of this project. Don't go away. East L.A. sports scene in the streets here in East Los Angeles, especially here in Boyle Heights at the corner of Warren Street and Cesar Chavez. We'll be right back. Continuing on now with a special project, special mural designed and created and built for Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, or GiGi, affectionately known. Another member of Jorge Parrales' crew is Sam Hue. And Sam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. Thank you for giving us a little time here with us to tell the story, because you're an intricate part of it. Because as Jorge mentioned earlier, he had the concept, the design, but he needed his crew, his colleagues. Talk about when you got the call and therefore what happened in terms of the process.
Okay, yeah, well, I heard about the devastating news Sunday, and the next day I had work. Jorge works next door to where I work, and he came in, said he had a project he wanted to do, and he let me know what was going to happen. He showed me the concept, and I felt like I could be a big part of it, so we collaborated, and we were able to come up with this right here.
It's a wonderful, as they would say, mural or art, but in your jargon, in the way that muralists like yourself speak, or those that create these graphic designs, would you call it a mural itself, per se?
Yeah, I would call it a mural.
Okay.
I call it a memorial mural, actually.
Okay.
What we did with this, we tried to capture the life and the love of Kobe Bryant and his daughter. And the concept that he had brought to me was actually a really good concept. The way he wanted to put it together was just, as you see, the gray representing like an old memory, and then the life brought to you with the color.
Yes.
He brought me in specifically to work with the mural part, with the portraits. He had the design down. He brought me in just to pretty much put the layers down and bring the life to it.
Okay. And of course, the title became Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay. And we see around would it be the clouds?
Yeah, these clouds. Yeah, it represents pretty much, the afterlife, heaven. And the way that it fades in the clouds kind of represents a past memory, a fading memory, in regards to Kobe Bryant and the devastating news that had happened.
And when it came to the very, very fine details of looking at the face of Kobe Bryant, you're engaged already. It looks like he could be talking to you if he decided to step off the court.
Yeah, I did my best to represent the best Kobe I could, with all the color schemes and the value. I had a lot of passion in this because my little brother, he's a big basketball fan.
Okay.
Very big. This is actually one of his, huge, yeah. LeBron James and Kobe Bryant are his idols. He's got plenty of jerseys in his room. So when I got this opportunity, he came to my mind. So the way that he felt, I know he was hurt a lot more than a lot of people that I'm around.
Yes.
So a lot of the passion came from making my little brother happy, making him come. He was actually here during the process. He came, he visited. So he got to watch everything come together, and seeing the joy in him, even though all this stuff had happened, seeing him watch this come to life, it brought some joy to me.
And it doesn't distract the eye. In fact, the eye is welcome. The person is watching or looking is already drawn in. But then you go to the very top, and you see the very, very beautiful smile of a young 13-year-old teenager, who, of course, her father happens to be Kobe Bryant, and there is, of course, an affectionate kiss, and that had to be detailed just right. How did you decide on going with that one?
Actually, George is the one that came up with the concept of the images, but the images that he came up with, I had to execute exactly how he wanted.
Okay.
So the lighting, and we wanted to put a glow near where he was kissing her to kind of point your eyes in that direction to show the love, you know, and then the smile, and then it comes down to him kind of just glancing at the world, you know.
And after 4 days of very, very hard work and determined and disciplined work, you did it. And in the terms of the final drop of ink or paint that went on, was there someone that said, hey, you guys, I like it? Someone that you passed it by to make sure it was in line with what you wanted?
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of love. The amount of love and support that we got from this, it moved me. To have people come and watch us paint and say, you know, they respect what we're doing, you know, like say they love it, taking pictures. That's what I do it for. I do it for the appreciation.
Okay.
So it made me feel good to make the other people in the community feel good about something we put up.
Okay. And finally, Sam, a little bit about your background. You've been doing this type of work, or would you call your profession as a muralist or a graphic designer?
Yeah, I do a lot of art. I do tattoos, I do murals, paintings, graphic work. My 9 to 5 is doing graphic arts. So my life is pretty much consumed in art, but it's a passion. So every day, I love every day because every day doesn't feel like work to me. Everything I do, you know, I make money and I do what I love. So, you know, I'm very fortunate to have those opportunities that I do.
Okay, and now part of the Casual Living Murals with the Jorge Parrales, correct?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I love it. I love the opportunity he gave me.
Okay, quick word, if I can, Sam, to those young artists that are out there sketching and drawing and saying, I don't know if I could do it, or what should I do, or looking for advice, anywhere special?
I got anybody could be an artist. It takes patience and practice, and you have to believe in yourself. I wasn't able to paint like this 3 years ago. I wasn't even using paints.
Okay.
You know, so as long as you keep practicing and you believe in yourself, you'll be able to do whatever you want. And that's true. Everybody tells you that growing up. You know, you take it and believe it, you can do whatever you want.
Si se puede. Sam Hue, H-U.
H-U-E.
Okay, and you can be found on
Instagram. Sam Hue _91.
There you go. Thank you, Sam. We're going to continue on with the rest of our interview, and may you continue to be successful in whatever you do.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. We're going to step aside here and bring in a third member of the crew, and we're going to speak to him up close and personal. Be right back. Okay, speaking with crew member number 3 of the Casual Living Murals team, and it's going to be Robert Arredondo. And Robert, your involvement here with Jorge when you got the call, as you know, he is one of the great masterminds of murals here, not only in East L.A. and Boyle Heights, but he's stretching and getting out there even more. Yes. But when you got that phone call on the fateful day, when you heard of Kobe and his daughter tragically in a helicopter crash, can you tell us what you were doing?
I was actually driving with my children, going to visit my mother, and my son, of all people, who doesn't even follow sports, tells us Kobe died. And we thought it was a hoax. So I instantly had my eldest daughter go on her phone and Google it, and she couldn't find anything besides what was posted on TMZ. And by the time we got to my mom's house, which was about a 30-minute drive, my mom walked out and she said that it happened. So from there, I believe later on that evening, I spoke with George, and we decided to do something for Kobe and the community, his daughter, and the other people in the accident.
Yes. And as they say, they're heroes, superheroes, there's legends, and we had one with Kobe Bryant here, 20 years as a Laker, so you know he had lots and lots of fans and followers here, but he was global. He was a universal figure.
Yes.
And now to kind of put things in perspective, how do you bring yourself to even think about the person or that hero is gone?
Yeah,
legacy is past.
Pretty tough. It's definitely tough. He's iconic. You know, he's inspiring, definitely, and the work that he was doing for the homeless, the the things that he wanted to do for homeless in Los Angeles, I really respected that.
Yeah.
And it's still tough,
Yeah.
you know, to
Yeah.
think that somebody you grew up watching, I mean, not that we know him personally or anything, but you build a relationship through that TV or through social media, and it's just it's weird.
And what makes it even more devastating and even harder to take is that his daughter, 13-year-old,
Yes.
beautiful young player, daughter, athlete, just a youngster,
Yes.
taken as well with the father. That has to really even
Yes,
hit hard.
It definitely does. I have 3 daughters of my own, and they're not too far in age from GiGi, and it definitely makes me think, you know, what would I do, or how would I how it hurts.
Of course,
You know?
very passionate.
And it's
Okay, Robert, we're going to ask you to kind of go to the 45-degree angle, and we're going to catch up on where you enter the concept and the design to make this a reality.
Well, what I did was I did all the lettering. So George and Sam, they had the image here already, and they started painting before I even came in. So I got here and we painted this, the lettering. Los Angeles is it's basically the name of the wall. And then I came in and I placed the names of everybody in the accident above here. And then the lettering down here was done by George as well. I helped clean up a little on the bottom here, but I didn't do the graphic personally. They did that. Yes.
But as they say, it takes a team. First as a designer with the concept, and then it all begins to come together.
Yep, definitely. It's a team effort. You know, George had the idea. He was the genius behind this, you know. And I just came in to do my part, what I could help do. And
when you're possibly not on the crew of Casual Murals, anything else that you're doing to
I paint
stay
signs myself. I have my own Instagram or little Google page. It's Sam Cam Signs.
Okay.
I paint signs throughout the city or murals. You know, that's about it.
And is your work visible all over the city,
Yes.
possibly here in East L.A. or Boyle Heights?
Definitely. I have a few signs around here in Boyle Heights, East L.A., pretty much around the whole Los Angeles County.
Okay.
You know, I've done a couple of schools with George and the Casual Living team as well, and yeah, that's how we make our money. You know.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, and of course, again, we're in that mourning period. We don't know how long it's going to take. But come February 24th, it's going to be the huge memorial by the city. Any of your thoughts on preparing for that?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of people there, and it's going to be very sad, I believe, you know. I'm hoping to go. Hopefully I can get the day off and be there.
Yeah. Well, the Lakers certainly know their fan base, and of course from East Los Angeles beyond, we're there probably at every game that the Lakers play, and it's going to be a very, very sad time in the city, but we will recover. Kobe would say, hey, keep moving on, follow your dream, live with passion, and all those good things, and have that, as they say, the Mamba mentality to overcome obstacles that are in your way.
Definitely.
Finally, a word to those youngsters out there that might want to carve out a career path in what you do in terms of graphic and designing, things of that nature, and helping out with mural completions, painting. Any words of wisdom for them?
I would say just keep at it. You know, don't give up. Follow your dreams, and you know, be your own boss. Don't be scared to take it to another level and push your dream and follow them.
Okay. Robert Arredondo, part of the crew that put this mural together, the living mural in tribute to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, and of course the other 7 that perished on that fateful day. We'll never forget it. January 26th, I believe, 2020. And so that will give you a full background of the story here, how the mural was started and completed, and it lives on now. So we'll be back with our final wrap up here with all 3 of the team members and conclude our production here of the tribute mural to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, or GiGi. We'll be right back. Okay, wrapping things up here from this site here at Warren Street and Cesar E. Chavez Boulevard here in the heart of Boyle Heights in East L.A. We're going to talk about the final touch here coming from Jorge Parrales, Robert Arredondo, and Sam Hue. And Jorge, you were the creator,
Yes.
and you are now very satisfied. Public is starting to come. We see some just casually walking
Yeah.
the street, and they want to stop and pay tribute to Kobe. But you guys, as a crew, let's talk about now how this success is taking you further. Okay.
So after this mural was completed, El Sereno also donated a wall to us. Like I said, it's in the corner of Eastern and Gambier.
Okay.
That one also we created it. We got to paint it. So you guys could check that out as well if you guys are in the El Sereno area. It's off of Eastern and Gambier. So
Okay.
Robert was involved. He did a lot of the lettering for the project. Sam was there in spirit. He
Okay.
wasn't. He
Okay.
wasn't. He wasn't
Yes,
there. But like I said, he's part of the team, the Casual Living Murals crew. So wherever you guys see anything Casual Living related, this is the face you could connect to. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
All right. And Robert, you're on the El Sereno mural. Has a title been given to that one by any chance yet? Or you can speak to that, Jorge?
Yeah, well, I mean, this was the Mamba Mentality Project.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that's what we called it. For these projects that we donated, we titled it the Mamba Mentality
Okay,
Project.
okay.
You know, so we went all out on everything that we did, and like I said, that's the way we signify this project because that's how Kobe was as well. You
Yes.
know, as a person, his mentality for the game was, you know, unstoppable guy. You know, and that's what we try to do as well.
And a loving and caring father who
Yeah.
wanted for his daughter
Yeah,
the
man.
best that she could possibly be. Robert, you'd mentioned your three daughters, but again, for the people that are walking in the community, they can come and they can see this and kind of relive the moment to see a father and daughter.
Yes, definitely. It's touching. You know, there's a lot of dads out there that only have daughters, and I guess it's a different bond. You know, from a father and son to a father and daughter. You know, you can only share so much with them. So, I mean, this is just a tribute to how much, you know, how great of a father he was, basically, you know, to his daughter, and how he inspired her to play basketball as well, you know, and she was on her way, you know.
Sam, a question for you then, because you weren't not on the El Sereno project, you were there in spirit, as Jorge said, but would you be also able to review some of the phases that it was going through, or that it is going through?
The phases that it was going through, I got to see the process before he actually put it on the wall, what he was going to do. I knew exactly after he had the mock-up design ready to show off to the customer that it was going to be a good project, and I knew he was going to be able to fulfill it.
Okay. And Jorge, coming back to the El Sereno project, will now be in terms of, I say, like a graphic picture. Talk a little bit about what the people can be looking for, because we're so used to seeing a mural,
Right.
and here's going to be something very different
Yes.
in tribute to Kobe. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the design is basically text. I wanted to put Los Angeles, and I wanted to put a wing on the text because, like I said, that day, LA lost someone, you know, special. A big part of LA was gone, or you know, that day we lost someone,
Yes.
you know, a big public figure. So, like I said, I wanted to pay tribute by doing the Los Angeles text in the gold and purple. So if people see that, I'm pretty sure they'll make sure that it's Laker themed design.
All right. Let's see. We're going to go into.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Right here. Yes, this is the one.
that's just
And
the
also,
one.
would there be something on the
this
shoulder
is-
as
yeah,
well?
so
2
this
and 8,
is
24.
GiGi's number. We got Kobe's first number, and it's 24, as we all remember Kobe.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to thank the three of you, and of course to Jorge from going way back when you were
remember.
just a
Yeah,
young guy,
I
young
remember.
student at Hollenbeck and Boyle Heights, and loving basketball. I always will remember you in that mentality, and you, of course you do, and when you do play, that same mentality up to this present day. So that will do it from right here at the corner of Cesar E. Chavez Avenue. I said Boulevard, but it's Avenue and Warren Street. And we've been speaking with the creator of the mural, Jorge Parrales, his assistants and crew members, Robert Arredondo and Sam Hue, all for Casual Living Murals right here. So we are going to continue to follow the story as it progresses, and next up on our agenda will be a chance to go and view the El Sereno mural with the Mamba mentality as the theme. So for Eric Sarney, doing all of our producing and camera work, and yours truly, Rico Cabrera Sr., doing the interviews. Thank you for watching, and continue to stay with us on EastLASportsScene.com. We are the community and bringing many, many important stories to you, our viewers, and continue to pass on and share our website and, of course, our social media with all of your friends and family. Till we're together again, take care, and we'll see you soon. Be careful, but more importantly, be back for our next production of East LA Sports Scene. See you soon.